That's what they're talking about over here.
In human form. That's what you're missing.
No.
You don't trick me like that.
The Christian answer.
You don't trick me like that. I answered you in human form. Yes, and he was, and the humanity died.
God!
You don't and the humanity died.
One God.
Which part of you Jesus is God?
Let me ask you, right? Let me ask you this question.
Not ask you which part of Jesus is God.
No, you don't dictate. You don't dictate. You don't
They will
dictate.
never answer question.
like to dictate.
All
You don't
Christians don't
dictate.
ever say Shamsi right away. Shamsi. All the Christians, they will never answer. Jesus, which part of Jesus was God?
You don't can I answer now.
Yeah, can answer.
Right, okay, right. Let me answer. Right, let me give you some teaching now. Right. Let me ask you first. You know when
Look
you
at yourself.
Right,
Which Jesus part of God?
Let him speak, Shams.
Jesus is God.
Be nice.
What can I understand it?
Can I answer that?
Word of God.
Can I answer that? Can I answer that?
Yeah, please, God.
Right, okay.
Can you answer that? Watch.
No. I'm going to answer this way. Let me answer my way, yeah? Yeah, okay, right. You know, you as a human being, yeah? Or human beings, when we die, yeah? Your body dies. What happens to your spirit?
The spirit goes to different life.
Exactly, right. So that's what happened with Jesus. So this Jesus that you're talking about.
Spirit of Jesus.
Now let me answer now. This Jesus that you keep talking about, when you say God died, that's foolishness. That's foolishness.
So my spirit is God as well.
No.
According to you, my spirit never died.
You're not listening. You can't afford. Yeah, you can't afford. Right. So likewise, when Jesus died, his humanity died. His spirit didn't die, just like how yours not. And if Jesus is God, and it's his humanity of the God that died, then the humanity died. God didn't die. The humanity died. What's hard to understand about that? The humanity of Jesus died.
Which part was humanity?
Not God.
Which part?
The body part.
The body.
He said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word became flesh. It's that bit that became flesh. It's that bit that became flesh. The Word that became flesh. So that's what died. The body, the humanity.
Okay, listen carefully.
So God was still alive.
Okay, I understand that. So
because God is
correct me if I'm wrong. So you said
the Word became flesh. The Word became flesh.
So and correct me if I'm wrong, yeah? You said Jesus the body died.
Yes,
so the spirit is God.
The spirit is still alive.
No.
Let me ask you next question.
No.
Jesus
I haven't finished my point. We be friends speaking next to my ear. Let's understand each other.
Okay, you're right. Okay.
All of us to leave with the beneficial.
Don't be so frantic.
I'm not. Let us understand something, and I hope you're open to understand it.
Yes.
So Jesus was human. Which part of his body? That's my question was to you. Which part of Jesus was human? You said no. Then you explained yourself. You said
I just answered. Okay,
the
can I
body.
answer that?
No. Let me finish.
Okay. It's a long question. But go on, Karen.
So according to you, the body, the flesh was human, correct? Yes. And the spirit was God. But you just refute yourself because you said the word which is you believe is God became a flesh.
You're telling
so
me
which
what
God
I said.
became a flesh?
Can I answer
so,
what I said?
No, let me finish, then you can answer.
No, but you just told me what I said,
and
I didn't say that.
You didn't say the word became flesh?
No,
that's on the camera. The word became flesh. Shamsi walks off because Christians, they cannot answer.
Stop acting.
I'm not acting.
The camera is here and it's showing that you're asking for
No, because you're showing. Your viewers, I want to come to your channel to expose you.
Can I answer now? Can I answer now?
You believe
you can't afford for me to answer. This is what Muslims do. You can't afford for me to answer because you know I'm going to smash your argument.
Okay,
right, let me answer. Right, okay, thank you. Right.
So who became flesh?
Right, two things.
Who became flesh?
First of all, as a human being, Jesus had a human spirit. If he's a human being, he had a spirit.
So which part is God?
So let's establish that.
Which part is God? You know, let me.
But the camera is exposing that Shamsi's a fake.
No,
Shamsi
it's exposing Shamsi is not on the drugs.
Shamsi is a fake. Shamsi is a fake. Right, let me speak. Right, okay. Now let's do it scripturally. It says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and that Word that was with God became flesh. That's Jesus human.
So the Word became flesh.
So this Jesus human,
okay, the Word became flesh.
This Jesus human that you're saying that the Romans and the Jews killed, they killed a human man. And remember when Jesus was standing. Remember when Jesus was standing on earth and he said, "Nobody has gone." Jesus said it. Nobody has gone up into heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even the Son of Man who is in heaven. So while Jesus is standing on earth, he said that he's in heaven. Now Allah can't do that.
No.
Because Allah can't do subject. Allah can't do subject. Allah can't do two things at once. No. I've answered you. I've answered you.
He was to digress.
So what I'm saying,
no.
I'm not digressing. I'm telling you who God is, and I'm telling you what the word is.
Then you come forward.
I have one question.
Yeah,
I asked you, do you believe in flying carpets?
I'm telling you,
and
you
you
got it.
refuse to
So
answer.
what I'm saying is,
you're embarrassed.
unlike
answer that
Allah,
question.
unlike-
I don't have time to
Look,
play.
look, Muslim.
We know
Yes,
Jesus
I
is
believe
God.
it.
Now ask him the question. Do you
Right,
believe
do
in
you
flying
believe in flying
carpets?
carpets? Do you believe in flying
So you hear
carpets?
this?
Yes, I believe it.
In
Okay,
2018.
he said yes. He said
Like him. He's a real Muslim. He's a
Right.
Muslim.
So,
Go back. Yes.
right.
Hold on.
Wait, wait.
I appreciate
So
that.
so
You know you're shouting. You know, now it has not become a dialogue. Now it's
No, it hasn't.
it's a
It
wash.
was never a dialogue.
It's a shouting
It was
match.
never a dialogue.
It
because
is
you wouldn't let
dialogue.
me speak. It was never a dialogue.
Let me speak.
So now we've established that Jesus is God. Now we've established that Jesus
You
is God.
established what?
You
Nothing.
need to repent and be
No,
born
no.
again.
Look his guys. Look his logic.
Now that we've
Can we move aside?
established,
He's
yeah.
speaking here.
Now that we've established that Jesus is
Bro,
God,
I'm with to Brother Hudson.
we've now established.
No.
my time to speak.
No.
It's my time
You
to
answered
speak.
already.
It's my-
Now
no,
you
I
want
didn't.
to
I haven't finished.
No,
I
you
haven't-
answered.
No, I haven't
Which
finished.
part of Jesus is
I haven't
God?
finished.
You said it's a flesh. Then
I
you said
haven't finished.
spirit. Then you said no, spirit of Jesus was human.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Right, let me
He
say
said
it.
that.
Right.
You did say
Right.
that. In the camera, he did say that. Why are you telling me, Shamsi, you're running? Wallah, I don't run.
Right, Shamsi's acting. Shamsi's acting again. Shamsi has no intelligence. He doesn't actually. He actually doesn't have an intelligent question
There's
to
no point
ask.
speaking.
You don't have an intelligent question to ask. That's the problem.
Said. Reload that when he said Jesus had spirit of human. Then he said spirit of God.
Do you believe in flying? Right, my question. Do you believe in flying carpets?
I'm not going to answer nothing.
Do you believe in flying
I'm not going
carpets?
to answer nothing.
Do you believe in
I'm
flying
not going to
carpets?
answer nothing.
So you don't want to answer me? Do you believe in flying? Do you believe in flying carpets? Shamsi, I'm asking you a question. Do you believe in flying?
Can I speak? Can I speak?
Do you believe in flying carpets?
Can I speak?
Yes.
Okay.
Answer the question.
He came. No, don't tell me.
No. My question is, do you believe in flying
No,
carpets?
that was not our discussion.
No, that's it.
No.
We
That's
finished that
it.
discussion.
No, we haven't
We
finished.
finished
We
that.
haven't finished.
My question. So I've answered your question, but you don't want to answer mine
I have no
now.
problem
You
to
asked
move
me a
on.
question about Jesus and God. I answered.
It's
Now
not let
I'm
me speak.
asking you one.
Okay.
Do you believe in flying carpets?
I said already yes, I believe.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay.
Now let's go back to the main
Right,
point.
okay,
The
right.
main point here is that you. I asked you a
The
question.
main point is that Jesus is
He's
God
not
in
in his
flesh.
flesh.
The main point is that Jesus is God in flesh.
Remember, look.
And because God took on human form and died, the humanity died. And why did Jesus die? He died for your sins. So you need to repent of your sins and be born again, so that you don't go to
Can I
hell.
speak now?
That's what you need to do.
So now, the point is, I ask him, which part of Jesus was God?
I answered you.
Can I speak?
And you're trying to catch me on a word. You're going around. You're going around. Yeah, I know. You're repeating the same question. You asked me. I said Jesus is God in human form. What's your next question?
You need to answer his question.
Jesus is God in human form. That's what I said. And so therefore the humanity that is not God.
If you allow me to speak.
What's your next question?
So our discussion was, I came to him, I said to him, which part of Jesus was God? He answered by saying, Jesus, the human body, the body was human, the spirit was God. Then if you watch the video again, he said, no, even Jesus had a human spirit, yeah? So ask him. He mentioned John 1:1, and it goes on, yeah? That the God that became flesh, because the word, when in the beginning said, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word is God. So was God, okay. The word was God, yeah? So the word, the word that
became flesh and dwelt among us.
yes, what I'm saying. So the word that became flesh, who became flesh? God. So the flesh that
The word
of
of
human.
God. The word of God.
No. Okay.
because he's gonna
No.
Jesus
No, the word of God.
Okay. So no God.
became flesh.
The word of
Okay.
God.
Let me understand correctly. Let me understand correctly.
Jesus was with God in the beginning.
Let me understand it correctly.
Let him finish.
Let me understand it correctly. So do you believe God became flesh, or His speech became flesh?
God took on human form.
That's
what
what
it
I
says.
said. God became flesh.
God took on human
word
form.
of God.
Say it
You are
biblically.
debating each other.
Say
He
it
said the
biblically.
word of God. He said
No,
the
you're not
debate each
understanding.
other.
The
Say
word
it.
of God
Say
is
it
God.
Debating.
Yes,
You
exactly.
see what they're trying to
Let
say
me
is that
straight.
there's three gods.
So when I say
Hold on.
let me speak.
No, let me speak. You're trying to misrepresent me. You're trying to
I'm gonna let you
misrepresent me.
speak. No.
In the beginning was the
No,
word.
no.
In the beginning was the word. And the word was God. In the beginning was the word. And the word was with God. And that word that was with God became flesh. So the word became flesh.
Okay.
So word became flesh. I'm telling you to calm down.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't do that.
Speak
Don't
to
record him about his clothes. None of that, please.
no, clothes.
Yeah, no, don't say look tell. Oh, no, don't do that. That's wrong. Forgive us.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
We're not gonna. So the point here, let's go back. Say Shamsi wrong or right. is it correct that the God became flesh?
Let me answer you
No,
scripturally.
yes or no? Ask me.
No, yes or no. You don't determine
Okay,
it today.
say, okay,
Let me
go.
answer my way. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. It's the Word that was with God that became flesh.
But you said the Word was God.
The Word
Yes,
became
because
flesh.
the Word
Yes,
is God.
God
the
became
Word
flesh.
is God.
So God
The
became
Word
flesh.
is
The
God.
Word
Is
is
God,
like
and
this.
the Word
Okay,
became
okay.
flesh. What's hard to understand?
Allah bless you too.
What's hard to
Don't be like
understand?
this guy.
What's hard to
I'll tell you what
understand?
is hard for me.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
tell
what
me.
is hard. Okay.
Because they
He's
don't
gonna tell us.
believe.
He's
I'm
gonna
gonna
tell
tell
us
you what is
what's
the
hard.
hard bit.
He's gonna tell us what's
Because Leon is recording
Yeah.
and everyone. Why is hard for me?
Yeah.
That he said in the beginning was the word.
No, the Bible said it.
Okay, yeah, according to the Bible.
Yeah.
In the beginning was the word. And the word was with God.
With.
Yeah,
Key word, with.
And, let me finish my point.
Keyword.
Okay. And the word was God.
Yes.
So was the word God?
No.
No, was the word God?
Right, let me finish.
No.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
The word was God.
So the Word was God.
Okay.
And it's
so,
the Word that became flesh.
Hear me out. So the word was what? Was God. So he became flesh.
The
God.
Word. That was God.
Which is God.
The Word, yes.
How else to God became flesh?
So what's
Can
your
you debate
problem?
them?
So what's your problem?
My problem.
Right, hold
I'll
on,
tell you.
hold on. What's your problem with
I'll
that?
tell you.
Okay, right. What's your problem with that?
I'll tell you what's the problem.
Yeah.
The problem, Ikhwa, my Muslim brothers, don't be like this clown here behind me.
What's your problem?
Okay. Yes, you are a clown. Yes. That's how to be nice with the stubborn
He
ones.
calls me a clown, but he believes in flying
Yeah.
carpets.
What's the
and
problem?
Wait.
So what's a bigger
Wait.
clown?
Ah,
Flying carpets, and you're calling me a
My
clown?
Muslim brothers.
Wow, that's a really smart.
And I don't believe God. His nappy was changed by a woman.
I don't believe in flying carpets.
He's God
That's
who's a
fine.
baby. And I'm watching his
Have
nappy.
you
You
noticed?
believe
You
that?
haven't told me what the
I'll
problem
tell you
is.
what's the
What's your problem? Hold on, let's talk. I want to know what his problem
The
is.
problem is.
That sounds
The
more
problem
like-
is.
Hold on. I'm not talking to you.
Don't call me a clown if you're not ready to be clown.
Yeah, like a baby. You believe
Oh,
God
I'm
became
a
baby.
baby.
Go on, you
Check
I'm
his
a baby,
nappy.
but he believes in flying carpets in the book of fables. Wow, yeah.
So your problem is what?
Well
For the record, your
I'll tell you,
Shamsi's problem is
My problem is that you accept the word was God, correct?
the word was God, as he said.
That's my question.
Yes.
Do you accept it?
Yeah.
So who became flesh?
The word,
Which is?
God.
So God became flesh.
And your problem is
My problem is you believe Jesus, his flesh died. So
Yes.
God died.
no.
What? People judge. People judge. Wallahi, people judge.
No. You got it wrong. Shame on you. Shame on you, Shamsi.
Come.
Shame on you.
My dogs, like my dogs. Come, follow me.
So the conclusion is
Let me guess.
Shamsi
I wish I to be rude to the viewers, Leon, these viewers mixed. I wish I to be rude, but this I finished with them. You cannot debate someone like that. He said God became flesh. Then I said who died? Jesus was a flesh, and Jesus died in a flesh. So who died is God, because who became flesh is God. He said no. He said the flesh is not God. He says no, it's not God. But according to the Bible, it's not a spirit. Jesus, which they believe God, never became a spirit. According to them, what became a spirit is the flesh, which they believe died. So therefore, God died according to them. Cannot debate them. But sometimes people say, why Shamsi speaking to people like that? You know they are insincere. Just to expose them and to show the other Christians who are sincere, thinking that we run away from the missionaries. We're not running away, because you missionaries, they don't answer a simple question. If you go to a baby, I'm speaking, may Allah bless you Muslims. Wallah, I speak in the same time, because according to even a brother, please. If you come to someone, you say, Jesus was God, and God is the Word, and God became flesh, and the Word was God. Then that flesh died, but God never died. You have to smoke crack to understand this. Any human being can understand. Leon, do you understand it? Stop smiling. Stop smiling. Show him. You never understand it. Even you never understand it. No, be serious. Serious. No, I'm speaking to him. Look at himself. Right, take care. Take care. Look after
No,
him.
I like your answer.
Yeah,
You're a
take
Muslim, you
care.
have
Of course. I never look at himself. Remember, Christian, you God became a baby. Okay. I will tell
He
you.
went to the toilet. He went to the toilet. Don't forget that. Don't forget that.
الله.
And there's a white
خليني تعالى الله علوا كبيرا.
Like Muhammad.
سعيد سعيد
He's a white man.
سعيد no, Saeed, don't mention this point. It's not good point. He was a white man or black man. It's not good point, to be honest. Brother, please. So my point here is, Akhi, wallah, brother, that's a problem. You Muslims keep, I'm speaking to him. If any brothers from giving da'wah speak to one, don't interrupt. My point here is that all Christians or laymen, don't say we run away from you missionaries. We're not. Missionaries don't make any sense. They believe God became a baby and someone had to take care of him. Someone had to change his nappy. I'm not mocking you. That's what you believe. Someone had to breastfeed him. Are you serious? So the all-powerful God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the sustainer, the one who provides for everyone, no one provides for him. We should accept that. But on the other hand, you believe woman had to provide for him. Woman had to help him to change his nappy because he had to relieve himself. We don't believe that. We call you to Islam. Look, Allah said, Allah is the only one. قل هو الله أحد. Only one. As-Samad. What is Samad? Master, self-sufficient. He's not in need of no one. Everyone is in need of him. لم يلد ولم يولد. He begat not, neither was he begotten. ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. And there is nothing like unto him. He tried to mock me saying, I believe in a flying carpet. I don't believe carpet fly by itself. I believe Allah is a powerful, do everything. Like you believe God is powerful, he caused the water to split into two. The miracles of Moses. But you don't ever try to mock me. Because if I show you a picture of a baby coming out from a woman's private part and you believe that is God, no one will take it serious. Anyway, that's my explanation. May Allah bless you and may Allah guide those who are sincere. May Allah bless you too. Take a Leo, man. Be honest, Leon. You don't believe that.
Nobody sincere.
I need to give you da'wah as well. Because you're talking too much. Recording for da'wah. Come.
Shamsi.
No, I'm not talking about riba. No. I can't talk about riba.
Shamsi, Modinsia.
No, it was nothing.
If you don't believe that, that means you're apostate.
Riba. Yeah, riba.
Can you explain this new thing on the YouTube? Yeah? Everyone like in the comment section.
To be honest, I will write something because that one will need something like.
What's the conditions of it? Like if a people there in a halakha, guys,
I'm not trying to control you, brothers. Forgive me, but forgive me, my brothers. Forgive me. I don't want to show you being seen in the camera like I'm trying to control everyone. I'm saying what we do when we speak to these guys, just catch them. Don't let them run away because they want anyone to speak. You understand? That these guys try to mock us. We believe in a flying carpet, like we believe carpet fly by itself. We believe that it was a miracle was given to Solomon, like they believe in the miracles. They believe that God created Jesus out of Father. If you ask any human being, they reject it. But those who believe in it because they believe God's able to do everything that befits His Majesty. Okay? But again, the Christians and the Jews, those who are stubborn, they look for any excuse to reject Islam. Even if that excuse goes against their own belief, they will not mind to use it against us. Anyway, backbiting Islam. Anyway, I'm talking about backbiting Islam. There is that issue that we can speak about. Of course, Islam is haram. It's forbidden to backbite to brother. To speak. What is there's backbiting and there's slandering. Backbiting, take care. Yes. Backbiting when you speak about your brother, even if what you're saying is true. However, your brother doesn't like it. For example, imagine we have a brother is very tall, and you say this brother is very tall, and he doesn't like it. That is backbiting, okay? Now, imagine you accuse him to be a murderer, or a robber, or a fornicator, or a thief, and that is slandering, and that is haram in Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give an example of backbiting. It's like you eating the flesh of your brother when he's dead, and it's very dangerous. However, let's understand it's very clear. However, there is exception to it, meaning that if someone spreading misguidance and lying against Islam and so on, you go expose him. Likewise, if you have to go to court, someone took your wealth and everything, you have to expose him by name to the judge. That is permissible. Why? Because it is needed and is necessary. Okay? That's why in Islam we have something called praise and criticize. That's why before we take any narration from any Muslim, we have to know this Muslim is trustworthy, truthful, and honest. And he's known for knowledge. So backbiting, including myself, sometimes we fall into is very dangerous. Likewise, slandering your brother. And even our time we see some issues people are speaking about in YouTube, online.
On the
those-
live chats, the
Same,
comments,
general, online, those issues. No one, like for example, about marriage, divorce. These issues, my brothers and my sisters, Allah bless you all. This is not the issue that you speak about online. Mufti, Sheikh Ali Sheikh, Allah preserve him. Sheikh Fawzan, me myself, I called him. And I said, yeah, Sheikh, there is a sister, she wants to get divorced, her husband doing this and that. He said, no, go to the people, go to Imam or go to the judge, speak to him, bring the sister and bring the husband. Why? Because sometimes the husband lie against his wife. And he said, my wife, she never listened to me. My wife, she mistreats me. My wife this. But we don't know that. The wife's not there. Vice versa, the wife, she would say, my husband's doing this and that. In Islam, no. Both of you come and not up in front of everyone. You go to the judge. Why? The judge is someone expert in this field. You don't go to someone who has no clue about Islam. He has no clue about Islam, and maybe he's a Muslim, but doesn't have even enough knowledge how to perform a prayer or wudu, and you see him as a qadi. What is a qadi for the non-Muslims or the non-Arabic speakers? A judge. As mashallah, her channel or his channel is like a court. If you have any issues with your husband, come forward. If you have any issues with your wife, come forward. Big scholars in Islam fear this. Mufti al-Sheikh, they called him in a program. A brother, he said, my wife, I'm having a problem with my wife. Sheikh said, I don't answer these questions. Go to the court. But we have young brothers, young sisters speaking about these issues as mashallah, tabarakallah, Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah. Or what's his name? Ibn Hazm al-Zahiri. No, brothers, including myself, advise these issues, we should not be speaking about them openly. If a brother has a problem, okay, brother, go to the Imam, or sister, both of you go to Imam, sit together, try to resolve the problem. Both of you, you have to overlook the mistakes of each other. We're not perfect. You know, we're always asking our wife to do things for us, but do we fulfill their rights? Naam, so that's my advice. And backbiting, as I've mentioned, is very dangerous.
Can you do it in the comment? Hold on. Can you do it in the comment section, Akhi? Like like in the live chats. Yeah,
I don't
people
do this,
are
Akhi. You know me, I don't deal with this live.
No. Can you backbite as well? And what's the conditions of
Backbite is haram, Akhi.
Yeah.
Exception, which is that if you go into the court,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
or someone wants to marry your sister,
Yeah.
and you want to find out about him if he's a good person or not,
Yeah.
you're allowed to ask people, and the people are allowed to mention his mistakes.
Okay.
Also, sometimes it's permissible to say a brother is tall if the only way to know him by describing him, then it's permissible.
Okay.
Naam, so don't mix between
Is
the
that the
two.
online one?
No, brother, I'm
Don't
not
worry,
talking about
don't worry.
online,
Same
brother.
thing, same thing,
I'm talking
same
about
thing.
everything, online and
That's
off.
the same sin.
Brother,
offline.
online and offline. Online, offline, between the line is forbidden.
That's what I'm saying.
Backbiting is like,
People chat a lot.
brother, please. Brother, please. My point is offline. Online, between the line is haram. Backbiting your brother or your sister is haram. As we have mentioned, there is exception. That's why some people will say, why Shamsi won't and get so and so? Why you backbiting your brother? No, it's needed. Those guys are khawarij, misguided people. And not every person are called
That's
khawarij.
exception.
Exception to expose the Rafida, khawarij and al-bidah. Naam, you mentioned by names.
That's the only exception.
No,
yeah?
likewise.
Is there any other exceptions?
I'm coming to you. If you have some
I want to know.
yes.
I'm quite curious.
Likewise, if someone wants to do business with you,
Like,
if you don't
it's
know
gotta
one
be
person,
legit, that's why.
if you don't know one person, if you don't know a person and he wants to do a business with you, you have to investigate about the person. So it is okay for the people to mention his mistakes and say, no, don't do business with him. He's not trustworthy. That's not backbiting. That is halal. Why? Because to defend you from him, from his evil. Likewise, if someone wants to marry your sister or your daughter, you're allowed to do investigation about him.
But you have
and
to talk. Sorry.
the people are allowed to speak about him. What do you want to say?
I want to say, before you go online exposing people, you have to give them advice, like one-to-one, personal.
Yeah, that's true. You Muslim brothers,
private,
you have
yeah.
to do it. And
Try to
akhi,
correct them. Or
correct them,
Yeah.
correct them, and so on.
Not
And
online, it's heating it for no reason. That's what I'm saying.
brother, online, offline.
They're just gonna go mad.
But online is worse. I agree with you. Online is worse. You know why?
Literally worse.
Brother, you can speak, akhi, wallahi, because wallahi, online, because I already covered that. You're just repeating yourself. Now, online is
Chill, man.
online is worse. Why online is worse? Because especially in Speaker's Corner, brothers, we have to understand that Speaker's Corner became worldwide. I was speaking to Leon about this issue. That you have to know how to portray Speaker's Corner. Like if you always record people fighting, people accusing one another to be this and that, people would think Speaker's Corner is some wild animals place. Everyone's going crazy. There is khair in Speaker's Corner. That's why I keep coming. Sometimes, yes, as we have mentioned, in the nature of Speaker's Corner, you do fall into some argument which is not praiseworthy, okay? But accusing people, it's online. People, they don't even understand the issue behind it. And accusing this brother is a lie, it's not Islamic. It's not. To go online, except if someone is mubtadi', misguided, calling people to misguidance. But personal issues, no. It's not be spread out because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, woe to those who spread the fahish amongst the Muslims. Naam, why? Because why? That weaken the Muslims. Muslims can look, Muslims are smoking drugs. The Muslims are doing this. We are in a bad situation. You start thinking the Muslim Ummah became corrupted. No. And what, subhanallah, human nature, Muslim or non-Muslims, if we see someone doing good, we never spread it out. But if you see someone doing evil, everyone will spread it out. Why? You should spread something good about your brother.
Okay, I want to ask
And I'm
you a
not
question
perfect
about
as a human being. I make mistakes like any that.
Yeah.
This advice I always mention to me first. You know, I'm not perfect. We are
Okay.
human beings. That's what Imam Malik said. If the only person that should give advice, the one does not fall into sin, therefore no one should give advice. Because from human nature we fall into sin. Naam. Doesn't mean because I'm doing something incorrect, I should not advise my brother.
There you
Likewise, you should advise me. No, we advise one another. Advice is above everything. You know?
Do you have to, another thing is, if you're in a halakha, and
Circle
in a
of
circle,
knowledge.
yeah,
Yeah.
and if someone's doing ghiba, what do you do? Do you leave, or do you advise them, or what do you do?
If someone do ghiba, basically for the non-Muslims, or
Ghiba
for the
means
Muslims, that
backbiting, tell them.
it's backbiting.
Ghiba means.
As we have defined what is backbiting, to speak about your brother behind his back, even about something which he has, which is true, but he doesn't like it. That's backbiting.
What about someone
Namima,
corrected? What about correcting someone like what he said? Like he said.
I spoke about this. to be
It's
honest.
originally.
Yeah. So if you're in a gathering, one brother's backbiting, you advise him, "Akhi, fear Allah." That's haram backbiting. If you carry on, you leave.
And then you join. Sometimes it's so bad. People join in.
No, you
unknowingly.
leave, akhi. You leave, akhi.
Yeah, you leave.
If you
yourself.
join in without you remembering, make tawbah to Allah. All of us, we fall into some type of shortcomings. We're not perfect.
Yeah.
We advise one another.
Yeah.
Now we know the Muslim Ummah become like everyone's enemy one another. Let's expose so and so. Let's
you go.
expose. There's exception. If someone's sahibu bid'ah.
Yes.
But some personal
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
Issues that is needed to be verified very, very well. Issues has to go back to the courts, to the judges, to look into it. Bear in mind, judges would take them months or a year to look into the case. You have, mashallah, brothers and sisters, take them one day and they come with decision. Yeah, this brother is wrong. This sister is wrong.
And what do you do?
I'm talking about
Akhi?
personal issues.
Yeah, what do you do? You know, when someone reminds somebody, don't backbite,
Yeah.
and then that person goes and tells everyone, you know what, this person is not perfect, or you know, like not happy.
No,
with
there's no
because-
justification.
Just because you're advising them, oh, they're advising you. Why are they advising you? Do you understand? They're not happy because you're advising them not to backbite.
Brother-
And telling everyone, oh, look at this guy advising everyone.
You think it's
using
better
what-
than everyone?
Yeah, and all this.
Brother,
sort of
akhi,
thing.
look, akhi, yeah? Imam al-Shafi'i said, رضا الناس غاية لا تدرك. I'll tell you this funny story, and there is a moral thing behind it. In Arabic language, I translate it. Pleasing people, something you will never be able to achieve. They said there's a person called Juha. Or we'll say another person, because Juha was one of the muhaddithin. They said another person with his son. They said this person, he said to his son, the father said to his son, my son, I'm going to show you that you'll never be please people. You'll never be able to please people. So he said, let us go, you and I, with our donkey, pass by a group of people. So they went past by a group of people. Said, look to these people. They are foolish one. They have a donkey and they don't use it. He said, oh my son, let us, me and you, ride upon a donkey. They went past by another group of people. Said, look, these evil people. Donkey, look, it's poor donkey. It's very weak. And above them on a donkey, he said, oh my father, let me get off donkey and you stay on a donkey. So they carried donkey. They went past by another group of people. Said, look, this old man doesn't respect his young son. His son is very weak. He said, oh my son, let me get off and you get on a donkey. They walked past another group of people. Said, look, this young man doesn't respect his father. His father is walking as on a donkey. He said, oh my son, me and you, let us carry the donkey. Then they went past a group of people. Said, look, this is a foolish one. They carry the donkey. Then he said, oh my son, you know what I'm showing you? Whatever you do, no one can please, you cannot please everyone. So we're not here to please people. People can slander you, lie against you, accuse you, many things. My brothers and my sisters, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they accuse him to have a son. They accuse Allah to get tired. They accuse Allah to be stingy. They accuse Prophet Muhammad to be a liar. What about us? They accuse Jesus to be racist to the Canaanite woman. They accuse Moses to kill innocent people. They accuse Solomon for into idol worshipping. So what about us? They accuse Ishmael. They accuse many people. My point here is that do your job, do your duty, akhi. Advise the people. If you have a knowledge, of course, advise. As for people accepting or not, is not your duty. You do what is upon you. Allah said, وَمَا عَلَى الرَّسُولِ إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ. What is upon the messenger to convey the message? That's what is upon us, to convey the message. Brother, one brother sent me a comment section. One guy said about me, he's gonna, I don't mention, he's gonna do this to me. Brother, I know if you read comment section, you go Majnoon.
Yes, that's true.
But remember, those they're right on the comment section.
Majnoon is crazy.
You can tell him it's me.
No. The point is, the point here is, those people we don't even know if they are human being or not.
That's true.
If they are sane or insane, you have problem with us. Come speak at school, not have dialogue with us. We, alhamdulillah, we show our faces. We don't fear no one except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you are called in Arabic, in our terms, we call you jihadist keyboard. You do jihad in keyboard. That's what you do.
Keyboard jihadi.
Keyboard jihadi, yeah. Which is jihadist. You're very mujahid in keyboard. Yeah, that's what you do. Behind keyboard doing jihad. But I come to real life, we're here. But my point is, I mentioned that many times, backbiting, slandering is a big sin, brother. I don't know how can I say it. But anyway, that's a shade. Is that clear?
Yeah.
What you want to say? Yeah, but even one thing I have to advise brothers with. Wallahi, even these live shows and everything, let us bring sort of knowledge, bring scholars, other things. Don't do your own show and this and that.
That's definitely right. Definitely right.
Why? Because doing your own show, people are gonna start talking about you, and it's true. Sometimes you're not even.
It's a bit confusing for normal.
You're not a person of someone who should be put yourself forward to teach people and that. So make your channel is da'wah channel, but don't make your channel as khayt channel. You know, one day it's da'wah, one day someone fighting someone, one day someone chasing someone, one day someone do. It's not this.
That's why I have two channels. One's
Please,
You know the normal channels what I've got here? Like there's no scholars and everyone's talking about the religion is all, and they get bare things wrong, and then you see like a lot of things, people like copy and pasting other hadiths and all that, and then there's so much clashes with different sects. Becomes confusing.
But sometimes, to be honest, the people come and say,
scholars are good to come.
Of course, the scholars is a ni'mah.
And
let me clarify something, because he's recording, and most of the viewers in COE. Yes.
People
is it live?
Listen to scholars.
My point is that people say scholars in Islam. Our scholars in Islam is not like a Freemason thing, Because I remember one of the guys, I don't mention them. I believe they were sincere. They were speaking, just asking questions. Our scholar is not, you don't have to go through a secret agent to become scholar. No. Anyone can become scholar. And we don't accept scholar statements if there is no proof in the Quran and the Sunnah. Imagine scholar said, now it's okay for you to drink khamr, alcohol. So Allah clearly said, I said, you are a misguided scholar. Or a scholar says, now it's okay to fornicate. We said, scholar, you're the Dajjal, a liar. Evil man. We say it's okay to have a girlfriend. So scholar, you're a kadab. Because why? There's no proof, rather the proof in the Quran go against it. So in Islam, the foundation is clear. But some issues are unclear. You go back to scholars, meaning those who study this issue from the ahadith, various ahadith, and bringing the Quran together, and the aqwal of the companions, and understand them very well, and they come to conclusion. For example, you can know certain things about medicine, but when you go in, you don't know in depth. If you want to learn about medicine in depth, you go to the experts. No one said don't go to experts. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you should trust them, but I'm saying, like in Islam, we don't trust every scholar. If a scholar comes with misguidance, we reject him. And Prophet Muhammad warned us and us evil scholars. There will be evil scholars. Okay? I can become a scholar if I'm sincere. Abu Layth is an evil scholar without any doubt. Okay? 100%. That is not Abu Layth, it's Abu what do you call it? No. It's Abu Mouse. Abu Fa'ar, the father of a mouse. Wait, brother. Because I will tell you, Allah bless you. Maybe people say, Shamsi, well, you try to control the people. If you keep cutting me, I cannot finish my point, I forget it. Now let me finish my point. And then I know sometimes maybe I did too long. Okay. My point here is, now look, I forgot. Anyway, the shades, evil scholars, we won't against them and we stay away from them. Okay, that's the other thing. Look after yourself.
May Allah guide you to the truth.
Okay, man.
That's peace. Two deeds. When a scholar tells you something right, then just something wrong.
Yeah, no,
I forgot.
that is true.
Remind me, 'cause I was so
That's
confused,
true.
forgot.
But anyway, what I will finish with,
Talk about that one.
yeah, of course, scholar, there's a hadith, but this is a different thing, that if a scholar make ijtihad, meaning that if he tried to derive a ruling from the Quran and the Sunnah, and he was unable to reach the conclusion where he got it wrong, you have his reward for striving harder to look in the Quran and the prophetic tradition to find the conclusion. However, if he gets it right, you get double reward. But my point here is that in Islam we have evil scholars and we work against them. As the brother mentioned, Abu Layth, to be honest, he's not even scholar to begin with. Okay. Anyways, anyway, my point is everything's halal for him. The other thing I want to mention that I conclude with, ikhwa. If you don't know him, you're good. Alhamdulillah, you're blessed. If you don't know him, very good. Trust me, you're very good. My point is that some issues are not in speaker's corner. People debate about, which is deep in the heart. Be honest with yourself. Like we know in every field there's an expert. I'm not gonna read a book of medicine and start doing operation every person's heart as a band expert. I'm not gonna do that. Let's be realistic. Now, by Islam, you don't have to go through secret agent to become a scholar as people try. You can become a scholar by study, learning, and the Quran is not in a hidden cave that only people go inside the cave. No, it's open for everyone to read the Quran, study, and learn. And the Prophet,
The battery is extremely low.
yeah, prophetic tradition. So the last thing I will leave you with, all people, every part in our body has a purpose. Let alone ourselves, we have a purpose. A wise man, if I'm traveling to a country, please let me finish. You can tell me what to say. Barakallahu fikum. I believe the viewers are wise people. If you're traveling to a country you've never been there before, what would you do first? You study beforehand. Is it safe country? Is it cold country? Which currency they use? The foolish man, the one who says, you know what, when I get there, I will come to know. But guess what? When he gets there, it's a dangerous country. Likewise, one day we have to live this life. That's what Allah charged people with death. Anyone reject Allah and His messengers, Allah charged you with death, and you will never run away from it. Allah said, say to Muhammad, the death that you try to run away from, verily will meet you, and you will return to Allah. So let us study why we have to die, what is the truth, why we have to worship the Creator. Every person knows, if someone does a favor to you, you should appreciate him for his favor. What about the Creator's favors? The water, the air that we breathe, our ability that we can walk and talk and everything. There's many blessings of the Creator. So let us study and analyze and be honest, because maybe you are hyping the speaker's corner, rejecting what is clear cut, makes sense. What about us when we die and meet our Creator? Some people say there's nothing. That's what you are hoping. But Allah said you will return to your Lord. So I will leave you with this. Study about Islam and study about Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and there's many lie against him. And guess what? Even people lie against our prophets. The fast growing religion on the face of earth is Islam. Go to the mosque in Islam. Go to the mosque on Friday. Just more people coming. Go to church on Sunday. Empty. No one is there. Everyone drunk on a Saturday night. No one's going. Everyone's hangover on Sunday. Cannot be bothered to go to church. It's empty, literally. You see, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised us in the Quran, and that is a prophecy, that Islam will spread. We're not forcing no one with a sword or a spoon or a fork. We're not forcing no one. But Allah promised us that He will spread His religion. Those who hate Islam, you are waging a war against the Creator. I will tell you something, a glad tidings for you, you're going to lose. Anyway, we'll finish with this. سبحانك الله بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك وصلى الله نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Take care.
Hey, big up, yeah, it's live still.
Take care, man. Look at yourself, man. Take care, man.
What's it about?
Yo. So what I got on, man? Time. Who's next? Going girls at the popos, working your nails. What are you saying?
You don't really carry on. I don't But I know I'm talking to him at the moment, so I don't.
Well done, bro.
I don't kind of. I don't consider anything really problematic. Like I think you believe in things that are wrong, but it doesn't affect me, and it won't ever affect me. So I mean, I wouldn't. I don't mind that. I mean, like. But anyway, so when you said that there isn't a book of Sharia law, I'm afraid that's not really correct. There's books of Islamic jurisprudence or fiqh, and when
because we live in a society, it's not stagnant.
It's just like you said.
But I'm saying, when you mistake them as your brother, because you have to remember something, you know really who's your brother according to problems. When you come across a crossroad and a problem, then you really see who's your brother. You get me?
I won't use his language because when I talk to black people, I have to understand that black people are very collectively sensitive. So I would never use that because...
No, you don't like my language, don't you? You like the clear cut. That's right, clear as hell. No need for translation, none of that.
You're going on like, okay, man's on a scale, on the wrong end of the scale, like not balanced. Like,
let me just do it.
Well,
you're gonna go there, yeah, for the sense.
Like collectively sensitive. That's not what man is collectively.
My thing is, I know that you work probably with people that actually, if you were to really be objective and check it, for the time being, you've got to be subservient.
Oh, that's fine, yeah, whatever.
No, but am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong.
Well, so we were talking about subservient-minded in the sense of, yeah, black people come together, talking about solutions for black people, and we then start talking about non-black people, including that solution. So that's what I talk about the cycle.
From what I understood, yeah, from this, and this may be where I misunderstood, yeah, but from what I understood, yeah, you said there's no other culture who will be subservient. I'm like, actually, no. We dip in and out of scenarios where we have to be. Do you know what I mean?
So the brother Esau was talking about the mindset, right? We are talking about the subservient mindset. Yeah. As in, like, we've come together, we realize we're going through hell, we're trying to work on solutions, and the first thing someone says is, okay, so how can we help other people? That's what this is referred to as subservient mindset. Rather than, you know what, I'm actually being, let me give you an example.
Do you think I was doing that when I brought in other communities? Because I wasn't doing that. I didn't say how can we help other communities. You see what I'm saying? But we work in an ecosystem. You see what I'm saying? Because we talked about, you talked about these other communities. Look, you said that's what all these other communities do. You're the one talking about these other communities. And I'm saying, boom, yeah, in certain situations, because we live amongst each other, you say community, but there's the black community, and then there's your area community. You see what I'm saying? And then there's your church community.
The fact that,
listen,
here's what it is, yeah. When I talk to black people collectively, we always try to find ways to then, like, make the conversation more complex, right? It's really simple, isn't it? It's like, if people in a wheelchair came together to work on wheelchair problems, it wouldn't make any sense for one to go, what about the person who's got one arm? It's like, well, you know, we're talking about wheelchairs, right?
No, but if they were on crutches, and sometimes they're not on wheelchair.
We're now making it complex.
I know, but that's society, though. It's not always one thing.
Okay,
it's not. At this park is one thing, at work is something different, bro. To get me in the hood,
all we can do is give philosophies that we know work, right? How you implement is how you implement it, right? But what I'm saying is, it's the motivational drive. And the fact is, you know, if those wheelchair people realize there's wheelchair needs and it's not actually being taken care of, they come together to work on those particular solutions. If when they come together, they got the finance, they got the team ready, and one guy in the wheelchair goes, you know what, forget that, let's half the money and give it to people with one arm. It's like, whoa, we came here for this purpose. So black people have to talk about solutions for black people. Why do we need to mention non-black people? Because we are subservient-minded. This is the fact.
With the wheelchair people being subservient to people with one arm just because they wanted to include them?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, because wheelchair people have come together because they realize there is no wheelchair toilets, there's no lifts, there's nothing that can help them, and they are suffering because of it, right? So they get money, they get community, they get a hall, they hire it, they come together, they've got 1 hour to discuss it, and when they're there, so the first one goes, you know what, let's talk about one-handed people and how much we can give them. Yeah, it's nonsensical.
Okay, look, I got one sandwich.
It's called black-minded.
I got one sandwich here, and I'm thinking, bruh, the man wants half of this sandwich.
Give him the sandwich.
Yeah. Okay, but now I'm being subservient just because in my nature it is to look out for people. Is that subservient, or is that something else?
Okay, it can be. The answer is yes, and here's why, right? Because of the context. So if you grew up with your brother, or you're walking down the street, see a homeless man, and you want to do a good deed, that's fine. But if we recognize that black people are going brother, remember, you're making the conversation complex because we are black and we are collectively inferior. And I hope that word hurts, because it's meant to, right? Now let's carry on. Yeah. So now, if black people come together, right? Yeah. If black people come together,
East is rubbing off.
if black people come together, yeah, and we establish that we want to actually erect institutions that's dedicated to helping black people, yeah. If we come together for that purpose, and in the midst of that, some with other people, yeah, then yes, it's a subservient way. It's nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense because we've come together from that point. Yeah?
But every time I've said it, I've given the reasons why it makes sense.
No, listen.
But the thing is, what you're talking about, yeah, where you're saying bring next man from another community.
But that's what I'm saying. He's not from another community. He's part of my community because he's one of my people. They're bringing him. And I know him, and I know all of you people that I'm seeing as my community, that he's gonna bring you, man, same way, innit?
Yeah, but we're talking about institutions.
We've got 2% left, man. What do you want to say to him?
What, this live stream?
Yeah, live stream, man.
Well, basically, all I'm gonna say, after every dark night, there's a bright day. You know, after everyone who's going through suffering right now, the Quran says, "Inna ma'al usri yusra." After hardship, there's ease. You understand? So at the end of the tunnel, there's light. You know what I'm saying? I know all of you going through hard times out there.
We've got 30 seconds, baby.
30 seconds. All I'm gonna say is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says be grateful. Shaitan told Allah most of them won't be grateful. So this is a battle between you and Satan to see how grateful you're going to be to Allah, and thank Allah for your blessings. It's your boy Mo Deen. Man's just out here to spread the truth. Assalamu alaikum.